Year's Eve was around 2 days ago, I think, and you're probably wondering, was New Year's Evil good? And how was New Year's Evil for me? Well, let's start off with the opening match. The opening match was against Roxanne Perez, the champion versus Julia. And I have to say, with the two reigns that Roxanne Perez has had in the business or in her developmental NXT career, I have to say those two reigns were pretty solid in my opinion. The first one being the first kind of riding the bicycle sort of style, but her second reign was ultimately not only just longer, but a lot more superior and a lot more better than her previous one. All in all, I think this championship match was a really good way to open up the show. I mean, a lot of these matches were like around 10 minutes or so I'd say this was a good brief 10-minute match. And Julia ended up picking up the victory with the Northern Brainbuster move that she does. And I think this is a great way of showing the new year that there's going to be a lot of good women's wrestling to come, and I am all here for it. The second match was the four-way match, which was for the number one contendership to the North American Championship, the women's version. And I will admit, this four-way match had a lot of crazy action for the short amount of time it did. Kalani hitting a 450, missing, Stepney hitting super kick, and hitting her amazing backbreaker finisher to end off the match was a great sequence of final events in my opinion. I just kind of wish that the four-way match was longer. I can digress from this. And next we have the six women tag match, which had Sachi, Gigi Dolan, I forgot her other name, but versus Toxic Talon. I think I'll just say this was your typical six-man tag match for what it was, and I think this was a pretty good mid-card match in my opinion. It's always great to see Sachi down on NXT because she is a great OG to have back on the brand for however long she's gonna be there. It's always nice for her to drop in. A good win for those three. And next we have the Heritage Cup match, and let me just say, the Heritage Cup was a thing I didn't see ended up working in the long run. I didn't think it would last as long as it did here on NXT that I thought it would have. I thought, ever since they got rid of the UK Championship, they would just scrap the Heritage Cup down and down, but it's been starting to grow on me to see that the Heritage Cup is still on here, that they still have a little piece of UK NXT still left on the brand. It's an interesting championship to say nonetheless, and it's starting to grow on me. But enough of that. Lexus King versus Charlie Dempsey, and I'm just gonna say it, Charlie Dempsey, I think he deserved to hold the Heritage Cup for a bit more longer, if you ask me, because I think Charlie Dempsey is a wonderful technician wrestler for what he does and what he puts into that ring. I may just be biased here, but I do think that Lexus may be a bad Heritage Cup champion because I don't see him, to me, performing those very technical moves. And on to the main event. And let me just say, I fully anticipated Obafemi to win this, and Soccer, to no one, he did. But the rundown was Trick was getting dominated at the first half. He bounced back at the middle half, and shortly after was about to be squashed by Obafemi until Thrope had to go in and pull the ref out at the last second. And Oba, of course, made him pay for it like he would, and then soon after whooped that Trick knee, and I thought to myself, there's no way. It was a brief moment where I thought, there's no way they're gonna make him lose to him clean as a whistle. And Thankfully, Oba kicked out. And when he went for another one, Thrope was getting ready for the chair shot, but Trick accidentally hit him with the knee, collided with the chair. Oba pop up powerbomb for the 3. Yes, this is the way you need to start your New Year's off, standing up and standing before your new NXT champion, Oba Femi. And that brings me back to the question, was NXT New Year's Evil good? I'll let you decide. Check out my other videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and Stars Unite.